Hello, friends and fellow adventurers. Welcome to the MNmaxed podcast. We want to thank you for joining us, and you do so as we continue Bloodlords. As always, we'd like to invite you to come join our Discord, where you can hang out with us and other listeners of the show. And if you'd like to throw a little financial support our way, you can check out our Patreon. And a shout out to all of those at our Lich level and above. Rock Jedi, Wolf, Blartimus Slump, Thunder Mammoth, The Trevor Project, Toss Chris, Fizzgig, AC Goldner, Eric R. Hope just gonna sneak right past you there. Indie Link, Tawdry Monster, Mercutio, Angel Shadowheart, Cy Rendon, The Necromancer Forever, Doc Holiday, Jason Gay, Tiki Lopez, Bobson Dugnut, Rickety Rope Bridge, Alex K, Toma Elaka, Frank L, Just Mike Works, Ross D, Our Goons Long Lost Elbow, Fig Tear, Zach S, Jamie H, Mr. Turtle, Sleeve, Darren, Caleb W, Corey, Pickle, Mr. Grimm, Firedown, M54 Ewaz, Jameson S, Eric R, plus 24+7 of Whacking, I'm Not a Robot, George F, Leo Hart, Har, Witch Hunter, Jeremy D, Matthew M, Scott E, Progeny of Gucci Lane, Liz Giggles, and Callistria's Specialty. Thank you all so much for your support. And now a recap of Session 18. We're in the brewery/tavern and right in the middle of a giant combat. Arius is healing and tanking, Gurdrug is extremely roguey, we even have a bit of AoE now, and Kix proves he can make living creatures' heads explode. We face off against an alchemist ghoul, and he is a massive bitch to fight. Lucan goes down. There's a lot of running around and digging deep into the resources. We almost lose Gurdrug, but we eventually emerge victorious. That's about it, just a lot of combat. We pick up in the aftermath.
All right, so we're just going back and resting for the night, right?
Have we looted this place? Did we loot this place?
I don't want to. I want to leave.
Just treat wounds and
What? We can't leave. We just did all that work.
yeah, treat wounds and that's loot.
Fine. Remember what happened last time I tried to treat your wounds?
I'm not letting you treat I'm treating my own wounds. I'm a fucking cleric. Let the cleric do cleric things, David.
I'll treat my own wounds then.
All right, watch me critically fail now.
Aha, I succeed.
I failed. Who's next? Everyone's hurt, right? So I'm just gonna move on to Gurdrug.
Does anybody have like continuous healing or ward medic yet? I can't remember.
No.
No, it's only level 3.
Gurdrug, I do succeed for you, and you get 15. I almost maxed
15.
that out.
Nice.
Actually, how far down are you?
More than that.
You're pretty, yeah, I'm just gonna sit, because I have to wait an hour to heal myself anyways.
Just do it for
I'm just gonna
hour.
say fuck it and just do it for the full hour. Take another 15.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
another 15.
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, and I'll just do the full hour, assuming that we don't get interrupted. Tyler?
You're doing a full hour?
I'm doing the full hour. It'll be
Yeah.
an hour and 10 minutes because I failed my first 10 minutes on myself.
After 10 minutes, you're sitting at the stairs of the catwalk, and you hear a sound coming from one of the south doors. Hello? Hello? Is Kahi? Are you there? Where is everybody? Hello?
So are we going to kill them?
Tell him to go away.
What did Biscocky sound like?
Act like you're one of the cooks or something. Them spaghetti's gone.
They all went out to eat. They did not want to eat my food here, those jerks, and so they have left. And it is just us, the people who keep the tavern looking like a tavern here. They're all gone for now, I say.
Please,
And
please give me
a deception check.
deception check, yes.
22.
Okay.
They said to stay in your room and don't come out.
That's pretty easy to do. I'm in a cell.
Exactly. Ha 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 ha. It was a joke.
I didn't like that joke very much.
Don't make me come in there and kill you.
Okay, I'll shut up now.
And now I spend an hour healing Gurdrug.
Go on.
So, are we going to go rescue this person?
Not right now.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Okay, now I'm gonna try to heal myself again, and I fail on myself again, and I move on to Gurdrug again. Well, how does that work for Gurdrug?
I'm only down 3.
Oh, I'm not gonna worry about Gurdrug then. I'm gonna move on to...
You gave me for 30, dude.
Who else? Needs healing. Lucan, you're handling yourself, it appears.
I hurt myself.
Does Kix need some healing?
Your healing scares me. I don't know if I want to be healed by you.
I failed on myself twice and just... Oh, I can't heal. I never took that... I never took that feat. I can't heal
Oh,
you.
yeah, I should do 2 on Kix. I'll do 2 on Kix.
Yeah, you gotta handle Kix. I can handle Gurdrug.
You did take that feat, right, David?
I had it from level 1.
I thought so,
All right.
but I wanted to check.
Kix, I heal you 3. Ugh.
How much time are we talking right now?
Mine's been an hour and 20 minutes.
I mean, honestly, we have a walk back to the Theater of Sin, don't we? Like, why don't we just go back to the... I feel like I'd be safe, like, I'd feel safer healing there than here. Like, a walk back
Yeah, that's
shouldn't
what
be
I'm
that
saying.
crazy. We're gonna be
Yeah,
like,
but we
want to
heal up before we leave and before we loot and everything, because
All right.
we're hurt.
Let's take the first hour 20, heal up a little.
Hour 20.
That means I do have another one that I can try on you, Kix. Then let's loot and get out of here. And maybe go check on this guy who is yelling at us. Kix, I succeed. You heal another 9 this time. Okay.
How long did your healing take, David?
I spent an hour 20. I was just kind of going off of what you were doing.
Okay, where'd this voice come from?
Do we want to loot first?
Yeah, particularly the oils of unlife.
I'm hoping for something healing because I'm at 5 HP.
Perception checks. I get a nat 20 with Sun Drinker for 28.
Okay, so you're just searching the bodies, the rooms, you're just giving me a generic, quote, everything.
I got a nat 20 as well.
Oh, you know what? Fine. Between that,
We
we'll just...
got 2 nat 20s, Tyler. Just
The room
we
is
switched
ours.
everything.
Let me go ahead and just start throwing loot at you then.
Oh, yeah, that's
thank
exactly
you.
what I want.
That's what you were looking for. 2 nat 20s will do that for you right now.
What's 3 nat 20s do?
He makes up new
The
loot
sword
for us
of
to find.
truth.
No, don't make me commit to anything, please. Because it's on recording, and I don't like that. All right, so first things first, we've got Tasena, the ghoul, who was the messenger that went to get the alchemist, is a rusty iron key.
Probably goes to that jail cell that dude.
Probably goes to that jail cell.
Pescahi is completely out of alchemist stuff. He does have a bracelet,
Of dashing.
a formula book, alchemist tools, 2 alchemical liquids, and something that looks like it's an alchemical stick of some kind.
We've got so many alchemical things we need to identify.
Let's see, who else have you killed? This guy, you killed this guy. Oh, they're not wearing anything.
I mean, like everybody.
Amoros and the other guy, Hasmir, I think it is, are
Absmir?
each carrying a club, a sling, and studded leather armor, if you care about any of that.
Any of it magical?
Not at all. Leave it away? Okay. I figured with the clubs, there's not much to talk about with the clubs.
What's studded leather worth? That's only like 10 silver, right? It's like a gold.
I think it's 3 gold, actually. Let me double check.
Not enough to.
6,
Not enough to
actually.
carry
6
it,
gold.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dirge Piper had a... I don't know if
Pipe?
this is magical. It is magical. Yes, they had a pipe.
That plays music?
It's a magical flute.
Okay.
I mean, how else was he piping?
I'm interested in it.
Well, I was flavoring it as through flaps of skin and
Yes,
rotting
magic
orifices,
zombie flaps.
which I find much more entertaining than a flute.
I do too. Like, just imagine he's got like different openings in his
Yes.
trachea, and he's just going like this.
Oh my god.
That's the way to do it.
That's why we went with that. But I can't not give you something that's worth 60 gold.
Sweet. Especially since we all just bought all those striking runes.
Right. Which I don't know if the adventurer assumed you were going to do.
Probably not.
Shoulda.
It's like, okay, we saved up all our money. Time to dump it all onto 3 rooms.
Dump it into damage.
Yep.
I mean,
We
it
should've-
was-
certainly should have known we would do it. I mean,
It
come
was
on.
a smart idea, really.
It is. It's
I
the
mean,
best play.
if we hadn't had those, we would not have survived that fight.
No, we had to be pumping out that damage.
That is actually a really good point.
We didn't have what?
That is a really good point.
That if we didn't have those runes, we wouldn't have survived that fight.
Runes?
Because we were failing to hit so frequently when we actually did hit. Yeah, we needed that extra damage.
Or those AoEs.
It's like, what, an extra D6 for me, 12 for...
Fucking D12 for Ted.
For Ted.
In this room, that's it. That's all the loot.
What about the other rooms?
Because there's content in the other rooms, I'm gonna need you to pick.
Uh-oh. Well, where was the guy that was asking for
So,
spaghetti?
the alchemist came from this room. If you zoom out, I've got ping. The shouting was coming from this door that's open right over here.
Didn't he go in and out of that space?
He did. The alchemist did go into this room. He left the door open. But when he went into that room, he went to go unlock the cage to let the dirge piper out.
Yeah, he unlocked a bunch of cages, I felt like, but maybe not.
No, he did that one. The other one, the zombie brute busted down.
Well, I mean, we're going to want to look through these rooms. I know that for sure. We'll do it on our way to go let out maybe this prisoner guy.
So which room first?
I would like to go to the one to the left, to the southwest.
We're looking at the one where the alchemist came out of.
Yes, because I feel like there's going to be the most chance to have expensive things in there.
So both of these openings are tucked behind the catwalk. So you're walking past the brewery and all the barrels here. You get back to this room, and this room has gruesomely detailed images of dissected humanoids and animals that cover several workbenches and adorn nearly every inch of the walls of this cramped room. A few old grain sacks cover something lumpy in the southwest corner.
I pick up the grain sacks and check out the lumpy thing.
They're bodies.
Okay.
Bodies in multiple states of decay and,
Yeah, I specifically searched for traces of the poison that we're after.
Okay, go ahead
The
and give
various
me...
pieces of it.
Give me a, you have crafting?
Oh, gosh, no.
Then give me a perception check.
I have Sundrinker with me as well. Just in case. 19.
So you don't find any traces of any poisons here. What you do find is that all of these drawings are just, they're morbid and they're gruesome, and that's just what happens.
Yeah, they're just scientific. This ain't some Zankuthan shit. This is just scientific, right?
You're absolutely right. Each one of these is a diagram of an autopsy where a deceased creature shows different signs of what look to be like mortifications, poisoning maybe, disease, and at the bottom left corner of each one of the drawings is a letter and numbering sequence, like E32 or B16.
This has gotta be the guy who is making the poison, and this is him testing it and shit. I need somebody who can understand it. Whoever's got crafting. I call my friends in. I explain my hypothesis and ask any of my compatriots if they have a good idea about crafting and stuff on what might be going on here.
I try to decipher things with the 16.
Gurdrug will get a 24.
Gurdrug with a 24, you can absolutely determine that these are different formulas of some poison. There are no notes as to what each of the letters and numbers may mean, but they are clearly of a research nature.
Gurdrug would like to know more if possible. He's gonna keep these and study them because Gurdrug actually has alchemical crafting, and all 4 of his alchemy things are poisons.
Nice. Yeah, we should take this shit with us for sure.
You should take a look at the formula book that's in the loot bin.
Formula for plot poison.
So I've got spear frog, arsenic, giant centipede. Oh, and then a cheetah's elixir, I guess I do, because there wasn't enough level 1 poisons.
So in the formula book, you're going to have formulas for acid flask, frost vial, antidote, and smoke stick. The rest are filled with all available 1 through 3rd level poisons.
Damn.
What? 1 through 3rd? Damn.
1 through 3rd. Common. Your time in here, it's pretty easy to see. The door just kind of slowly closes a little bit. You can see on the back side of the door pinned under the scalpel is a note. And in common, the note says, "Something grows within. It hungers. It spawns. Must clear it out before it runs out of spoiled brew." And there's a sketch. The sketch depicts a brewing vat, much like the ones that are outside this room, but bulging at the seams with mold and seepage.
That's both gross and concerning.
That is what you find here.
Anything 3-fingered hand or whatever related?
Not necessarily. No. No red cloaks, no, embroidery on anything. It's very literally just this ghoul's little private sanctum.
I'll go check out this room to the right.
Let's go make a new best friend.
As you go into that room, the door is just left open. In this room, planks are laid across barrels, and they form a pair of tables set into alcoves in the north and the south walls. They're slick with gore, and partially dissected human corpse is spread atop of each. A viscera-filled bucket sits on the floor next to each table.
Yeah, I'm not sure partially is the right word for what is thoroughly dissected.
It's pretty thoroughly dissected. As you're all walking into the room, you notice that there's an open cell door just to the east side. As you're walking through, Gerdrug, you move forward and you see who was calling out.
Who are you?
I'm just going to give you a quick description here because he kind of just looks taken aback as you enter his field of vision. He's got a comb over. He's a husk zombie, a male human husk zombie. But he's got this comb over. He's wearing a very finely tailored yet very dirty clothing.
He has a fountain pen behind his ear. He's a nerd.
Behind his ear. Although likely they would have taken that away. Gerdrug says, "Who are you?" And he looks at you and he says, "Who are you?" And as soon as that happens, the two corpses on the tables begin to stir. And I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh, sure hope you guys healed.
I said, let's just leave. Let's just go.
I'd like to point out for everybody listening, because there's no way they can see this, but anytime I get tokens on, I unpause the game and I let everybody get moving, I'm like, okay, where's everybody positioning? All right, Lucan and Sundrink are up here, Arius is up here, Gerdrug's up front scouting. Where's Kix? Where the hell? You were constantly one room behind the party.
Yeah, it's totally by design. Ready to escape at all times.
I know nobody gets to hear that, but Kix is constantly survival mode. It's great.
And yet also constantly the first person in initiative.
You do roll really well initiative. Oh good, one of them gets a nat 20 for initiative. Just starting this out right, huh?
But yet still doesn't go first.
Still
Actually,
can't
goes
get
fourth.
Goes fourth even with a nat 20. Wow, amazing. So, we've got these two zombies who are, partially dissected, as I mentioned before, and they do look like they have, necrotizing organs and effects from poisons. And they begin to stir, and they start sitting up. But, somehow, not even in the same room, Kix is the start of round one.
Always ready.
Preternatural sense of danger.
Kix is so in tune with danger that he can feel this happening from another room away.
We're also tied, so if he doesn't want to go, I could go.
Oh, that's true. Gerdrug did tie.
Well, that's too bad. It looks like I'm on the top. What are you guys doing? Whoa, zombies.
Whoa, zombies. Oh, God. Whoa, zombies.
I am the new moonlight. I cast telekinetic books.
And there's plenty of instruments of
I was gonna say.
Yeah, find something slashing.
torture here.
Plus side here, there's tons of items here. You've got torture implements of all kinds. Bone saws, wood
How
saws.
about a 28?
A 28 is a critical hit.
Thank you, God.
18 damage. Very low rolls.
That wasn't a critical, was it?
I mean, he can hit double.
I hit the double button and add an additional 10 points of damage
Holy crackers.
as a rusty blade slices one of the zombies as they're beginning to sit up. Got one badly injured already. Gurdrug, it's your turn.
I don't know. Can I do some sort of acrobatics tumble thing to get like up on top of this and behind?
I'll allow it. You're going to need a balance check.
I specifically want to try to tumble through. They're both acrobatics though, so
It's true.
23.
23. That is a success. I believe that is a critical success. It is. It is a critical success.
So is that my balance or my tumble through?
That would be your tumble through. Then I need a balance.
Just straight up acrobatics. 27.
Yeah, you're fine. Gurdrug is in fact a ghost.
Yeah. Balance. I just kind of hover here. 25.
A 25 is a critical hit.
26 damage.
Well, it does take critical and precision. And the
And slashing.
adds 10. So that is 36 damage. It is still up. Well, it hasn't really fully gotten up yet, but you know what I mean.
Against the next attack. Okay, so can you make it unflat-footed now?
Yes.
Because it's just the next attack that's flat-footed.
Oh, yep.
I'll attack it again and get a 16.
That hits.
We'll deal it. Oh,
Ooh,
Jesus,
nice
16.
rolls.
That
Max deeps.
damage. Not a sneak attack, but still max. 26 damage. You basically get up on there. This zombie hasn't even fully stood up yet. And you just cut all those right spots. Dead. Destroyed.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
That takes us to Arius. It's your turn.
Arius has 5 HP and doesn't give a flying fuck. Moves right up to the guy and takes a swing. 24 to hit.
That's a critical hit.
I mean, that one's already almost dead, isn't it?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's 40-12.
31 damage.
Which turns into 41. I mean, it only had 22 HP left, so you killed it twice over, basically.
I slash it again for my third action.
To good measure.
Just I decapitate it.
Even more dissected.
You cut, and with a clatter, you cut right through the two boards that are just laying atop these barrels, and with just tools clattering all over the ground.
Fuck, I'm tired. That's 5 HP. After that long ass fight, too.
Looking right in between these two fucking zombies with my 14 AC and 11 HP. Everybody went before me. It was like, thank you all for killing them. Goodness gracious.
Hello? What
Shut
happened?
the fuck up. We just got attacked by zombies.
Again.
My dead heart is racing, if that's even possible.
It's like ghost thumping. Like, I mean, like when you like lose a limb.
yeah.
Phantom thumping.
Thumping.
Phantom racing.
Got a phantom heart sensation.
Yeah.
A phantom heart murmur.
Phantom pulse.
In situations like this, when I was alive, my heart would be racing right now.
Yeah. All right. Hello. Who are you? Shut the fuck up.
You can't ask him how he is and then tell him to shut the fuck up.
That's what I just did.
You just did.
Yeah, you can.
I'm not sure how to take that. My name is Semotget.
Semotget. Okay. Why are you in the cage, Semotget? Why are we the only one not let out?
Well, obviously, I have a brain of my own. I am being kept prisoner here. I'm not some mindless drivel.
Why? What do you know? What did you see?
Your attitude is displeasant, but I'm not in a situation to really... yes, I'm sorry.
No, you absolutely are not,
No.
I say, and roll an intimidate check. God damn it! I'm using my goddamn hero point. God damn it! On a natural one. No, it makes sense. I'm too frazzled. It makes sense. I roll in 1 on my natural, or
Leaving
natural
it.
1 on my intimidation check. Yeah, I'm leaving it. It makes sense for the situation.
I am Semot Get, and I am a minister for the celebrants. A financial minister for the celebrants. I may not look it right now, but if you were to assist me, I could potentially put in a good word for you, provided your attitudes turn around. I'm sorry. Oh, God, look, I just want to get out of the damn cage.
Can I kill him?
What are your feelings on Zankathan?
Oh, Zankuth.
No, he's a celebrant. He's a worshipper of Urgathoa.
I
didn't ask about Urgathoa, did I?
True. That's true.
I don't know. I am a husk zombie. I really don't have the...
You said you had your own brain.
Well, I don't really have much of the capacity for pain, as it were. And I don't see the point, to be honest with you. Kuthites freak me out.
Alright, you can come out. You passed.
Oh, that was it? Oh, good.
No one answered. Can I kill him yet?
I'm not going to stop you.
You guys have murdered everyone else.
Could you not? Please?
Whoever got the key.
Just include
It is in the
loot,
party.
So whoever
Doesn't
wants
really
to.
matter. Whoever wants to open it.
Sundrinker opens the cage as the schlepper.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Be careful.
right. Thank you. Well,
But why did he lock you up?
see, I've come from Mekatar to investigate some recent financial concerns with the economy at Greydurge. The cost of food has been rising steadily, in small increments, but doesn't quite make sense. Most farms are operating at optimal capacity.
Except for that one that was poisoned.
Sorry, what? Poisoned food? The food supply?
Yeah.
Have the quick been dying in Greydurge from the poisoned food? Have I been in here that long?
I don't think so.
Is that what this ghoul who's been doing?
It is what we suspect, at least. Tell us everything you know.
Oh, well, I truly just came to investigate. Well, really, I came here because my brother, well, he owned the Crooked Coffin.
I held up one of the cloaks.
Have you ever seen this symbol before?
I've seen it several times in my time here. I certainly saw it from the bouncers who were inside the tavern. Super obvious. It didn't take me very long to realize that something was amiss. When I stated my name and my affiliations, they immediately took me and threw me in here.
I didn't see any bouncers with this on. Did you guys?
Not yet.
Well, they took me and they threw me back here. I've seen this ghoul performing on, well, whatever it was that you just loudly destroyed.
I'm sorry, was it supposed to be quiet?
No, please, I'm not arguing or questioning your methods in any way. No, I just... Did you kill the black-haired woman?
I look at Lucan.
Black-haired woman?
She's, well, sort of hard to miss. She's pale of skin, human. She's living, I believe. Difficult to tell. But she has her middle finger is missing, severed on her left hand. Impossible to miss.
Don't recognize that description.
Oh, okay. If you were to ask me, she seems to be the one that's running this operation.
3 fingers would make sense.
She does have 3 fingers. And I don't understand. What does that mean?
It goes with this symbol.
I hold up the 3-fingered cloak again.
Oh. I suppose they must be operatives. Her operatives?
Did she have a name?
Kepgeda.
I've heard that name before.
She does, in fact, have another prisoner in her chambers to the north. I think perhaps she's being kept alive for, I'm not sure, reasons. I believe I'm some sort of bargaining chip if things go awry.
Well, here's what you're going to do. Are you familiar with Bloodlord Hardeli?
Of course I am.
You're going to go from here. You're going to go see Bloodlord Hardeli. You're going to tell her everything that happened to you and everything you know. She's going to make you feel all better, and then you can go about your business. But go see her first.
He looks down at his clothing and he says, I'm so... Can I clean up first?
Yes, I suppose you'd best.
Thank you.
Otherwise, they'll take you for random shamblers on Hardeli's estate.
That. Who wouldn't want
No,
that
that'd
at
be
all?
terrible, wouldn't it?
If I could sweat, my forehead would be soaked. She terrifies me.
She is very scary, but also the person who sent us.
I had to check in with her on my way in. Bloodlords always give me the
heebie-jeebies.
the quick set it right.
Yes. Very astute, that Kix. Careful, he'll make your brain explode.
Anyways.
I say, and wink at Kix.
like just the,
I've seen it.
yeah, I appreciate your assistance, and I shall do just that. Is it safe just to exit right now?
As safe as it's going to be, I suppose.
I guess if you go out the way we came.
Okay.
Yes, follow the stream of corpses.
Yeah, there's a couple.
I guess, then, best of luck confronting Kepgeda.
So, you think she's in here somewhere?
I think she's off, and he points off to the east. The section of the brewery you have yet to explore. I would be very careful. The ghoul that would come and operate in here was very concerned about what was in the vats to outside those doors, and they look... I hear strange things coming from them. Be careful.
Sounds like oozes.
Yeah,
And
it
then
does.
cue a montage of Samot Get stepping over the brutalized corpses. He's trying not to step in any of the blood, and you could see the horror on his face increases as he comes across each of the pile of bodies. He does get to where Pesgahi, the poisoner, that's the alchemist, and can't really spit on him. He just kicks him in his face and then walks out the door.
So we're leaving, right? Please say we're leaving.
I mean, she could get away.
I could die.
You already did.
Again. More permanently.
Yeah, I don't think we can leave.
Well, then we gotta take a bunch more time to heal up.
We didn't find a single oil of unlife in here.
I think that's kind of a given. I'm gonna go
Not a single one.
treat my wounds.
Yeah, me too.
I guess I'll be on lookout, hiding in a corner.
At this point, let's go ahead and have you guys place yourself on the maps where you're doing the treating of the wounds. And Gurdrug, give me your perception check.
So, nat 20 for 27. And I was gonna also try to stealth.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and throw that up too.
Hide in a corner and watch out. 19.
Okay.
So not great, but we'll see each other.
Yeah, all right. So with that, nat 20 in the perception, and the place you've chosen to kind of, stake up.
Kind of try to hide myself with the dead bodies.
Oh, just amongst the clatter of everything that's here. Mm-hmm. You're sitting and listening, and you hear, your party members healing up behind you. You do begin to hear some gurgling and churning coming from this room to the east.
How long before I start to hear that?
Not very long. And it's just minor stuff. Little bumps and knocks, like one of the pipes, because there's a whole pipe system connecting the vats on the west room, the main brewery floor where the catwalks are, going all the way over to here. And those pipes might shudder here and there, or you might see what looks like mold or mildew coming from between the cracks of the barrels move.
Can you remind me what that note said?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because now that I can see more of that other room, and that guy had mentioned some weird stuff being over there, I'm wondering if that's what that note was talking about, is this green stuff over here.
The note says, something grows within. It hungers. It spawns. Must clear it out before it runs out of spoiled brew.
Oh, so it's like whatever this stuff is, it's feeding on the brew, and when it runs out, it's going to start looking elsewhere for food. But I don't really know what else to do about it, so.
That's the tricky part.
We could just leave this room.
All right, so how are you guys just going to leave after that?
I mean, if Gurdrick says something about the shuddering and the sounds and movement, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go treat wounds in that other room.
Yeah, let's go to a different place.
And then close the door behind me.
I'll retreat back into the, alchemist's room.
Maybe the alchemist room. Yeah, close the door.
So you make your way back to Pescahi's quarters.
I'm going to post up on the catwalk. Keep an eye out.
Okay.
Thanks, Gerdrug. All right. Time for some more medicine checks.
All right, go ahead and hit him. You're basically good where you're at. I'm going to have Gerdrug's check carry over, and if anything occurs...
Oh, thank God, a critical. I take an hour on this to get double.
Nice.
I fail on myself again.
So we have at least 1 hour has passed, right?
Yep.
I fail on myself again.
Just as a check-in, it's 3 in the morning.
Second hour. I'll roll on myself again.
Hey, I critically succeeded. I take the full hour. I heal 40.
I critically succeed again. Thank God.
Sounds like 2 hours?
I think it was 3.
I think it's 3 to get to where...
Because Arius failed his first 2.
Yeah, I just took another 3 hours.
I can do kicks.
Oh, you can do kicks during the 3rd hour?
Yep. Kicks, I succeed. You heal double 5, so you heal 10.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, it's about 5 a.m.
That's the middle of the afternoon for us. All right, I'm feeling better. I'm ready to go fight some things, I guess. We have to.
If we gotta.
These oozes and Kepgeda. What does it take to get rid of your wounded condition again?
Treat wounds.
Just succeeding on treat wounds.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember if it was like you have to be healed fully up or what.
No, that's like bleed.
All right, you guys ready to move forward?
Yeah.
As you make your way past the 2 cells, the one that Sepmont Get was in and the one the Dirge Piper was in, you move to the east. Find yourself in a room where there are 4 wooden vats, and they're stained from excessive leaks that have gone without repair. Mold and seepage crust their bulging seams. The distribution.
There's that seepage again.
The seepage and bulging seams. Sorry.
You guys just want to go a different way and not go by those?
The distribution pipes leading between the vats and into the hall to the west look like they're about to burst from whatever is fermenting inside of them. A raised walkway wraps around the south and east walls of this room, though portion of the walkway nearest the vats is covered in mold.
I hate it. I hate everything about it.
Moment, I'm really glad I don't touch the floor when I move. I ain't walking on that shit. Got any fire we can throw on it? See if we can just burn it away?
Just burn it.
Burn it all.
I checked the alchemist for alchemist fires.
No, he said he used them all.
He used every single one of his bombs kiting you guys.
You guys just want to go through the door I'm next to and see what's over here?
Yeah. That sounds way better.
So where are you going? What are you doing?
Back out, not near those fucking things. Go to the door where some of the zombies busted out of.
Yeah, okay. You can check and you can see that there are the cages where the zombies broke out have 2 sides. The one that was busted down, and then one on the other side of the pen. So everybody walking into that pen then, I would assume?
Yeah.
The grate on the other side, or the gate on the other side of this room, is in fact locked. But the bars are spaced pretty widely apart, and the padlock is evident on the other side. However, as you get close to the gates, you notice there is, in a room to the north, this low growling that you hear. and you see the edge of what looks to be a pack of wolves or dogs hunching over something in the corner, something bloody and covered with a sheet in the northern corner of the room on the opposite side of this.
Hey, dogs.
Yeah, you guys should use like your cantrips or something and just kill those things.
Killing dogs now?
Yeah.
I mean, we've done it before.
We were like, what, episode 3?
We got to get the dog killing in early so that people leave.
Yeah,
and
so
don't
people
listen to
leave,
us.
yeah.
Does everybody feel like they're positioned here?
Yeah. Zombie dogs.
What are you doing? Are you opening the iron gate? Right now, they're just all huddled around this something covered in a tarp.
Do they look unfriendly?
Well, it's hard to tell. I mean, they're facing away from you. They haven't noticed you.
Bullshit.
I try to call them over.
Have you ever noticed a dog's perception check? It's very good.
Well, it might make more sense as you get their attention and they turn around and the dog's flesh is rotting off. They're slavering at the mouth and they have milk white, dead eyes. And as soon as they see that there's something that's not just a bunch of zombies, they all get up and turn around and look, and then the low growling starts. And they start slowly plodding toward you, and then they leap at the gate.
Nice.
And they bark and snarl and slaver and the whole 9 yards.
I start cutting them up through the gate.
Yeah, Sundricker will attack through the gate with reach, and I'll use electric arc. Can we just say they're dead?
Instead of fighting 6 dogs.
Yes.
I mean, I see you, David. AC 13. They're -1 creatures.
And they're on the other side of bars, so unless they have a way to break through them, we will just kill them.
Which they
from range.
don't. They don't have a way to break through them. The zombie dogs. So they're mindless.
Aw, little border collies.
Yeah, they are little border collies. I didn't want to describe what breed the dog was for people, David.
Well, they're zombie border collies. They're very ugly.
Let's just cut this out of the recording. We didn't kill a bunch of dogs.
This whole thing didn't even happen.
Yeah.
But
the whole
there-
thing
there are
is
no
never
dogs
there.
here.
What zombie hounds? As long as you describe how you murder the dogs so that we can post it into outtakes.
Graphically.
So much electric arc. I shocked the shit out of them.
I throw other dogs at dogs.
I'm like, come here, I got a treat for you, and then just stab him in the face with my fucking greatsword.
Yeah.
Do you hold kicks out? I've got a treat for you.
I hold up my fucking leg. I'm a fucking skeleton. I got a bone for you.
Yeah, but they're zombies. I don't know if they would want a bone or if they'd
I
want.
think they would be
They're
so
still
much
dogs.
more interested in kicks.
Okay, I chop off Kix's leg and hold it out. Okay.
Exactly. That's what I was going for.
All right. Now that we've, off-screen murdered a bunch of zombie dogs,
You can't murder zombies.
destroyed.
Fairly certain I saw you guys do it just a couple hours ago.
All right, so you can reach around with the key that opened the grate. That
I'm very good at the reach around.
Semot gets.
It's nearly in my backstory.
We'll get to it.
Spencer will not allow us to flirt with each other.
We can't. Why not?
It's in the social contract, man.
It's in the
social contract. Tyler and David can't have virtual sex with each other during D&D time.
Because then it's just everyone just watching, and it's weird.
But then I gotta take my pants off.
There's something about virtual sex during D&D time.
I mean, it's happened.
I just took out my metal dice and rolled one of my D20, so I'm gonna put those away now.
Ouch.
And not roll those again for another 6 months.
Ted was trying to decide if he wanted to join in on this conversation, and he rolled a nat one, and it's like, nope.
Nope.
Not on recording. No, I'm good.
So, you are able to get the other grate open without any issue. To the north, you see a room where there are scraps of flesh and torn cloth that just litter the floor of this room. The west wall has a sturdy wooden door and there's a large sheet stained with blood and pus that covers a bulky object in the northeast corner.
Like piles of disgusting shit.
Just
From
disgusting
10 feet
shit.
away, Sundrinker, like, ugh, pulls the sheet back.
Okay, so real quick, I had to get this out because I know we glossed over the dogs, but there's something about the dogs that I forgot. They do have red kerchiefs tied around their necks with the 3-fingered hand stitched on them. A little tiny one, but it's still
Of course
there.
they do. It's almost adorable.
Almost. Anyways, okay, so you're pulling the sheet off.
Yes.
As you pull the sheet off, this like meaty, wet, moist thud happens as a giant hand, like we're talking like it would be like Argoon if Argoon were a large-sized creature, except for it only has 3 fingers. One of them has been cut off. And even after you move the sheet and the slight disturbance, makes the meaty thud, you see it doesn't move afterwards. It certainly
God.
seems to be inert flesh.
Somebody killed the lady already?
And enlarged her hand.
I chop off one of the fingers. Wait, what fingers are they?
I think he says the middle finger missing.
Okay, that'd be 4 fingers left over.
Thumb doesn't count.
Because the thumb's not a finger?
I don't know. Thumb's a thumb.
Don't they technically say it's not a finger or something like that? Or some...
It's still a phalange, isn't it?
I chop off the ring finger so it's like double horns.
Hell yeah.
And then I stand it up in the corner.
It's so metal.
Yeah.
Ted, take a hero point, because my timer went off and I really liked that.
Okay.
Chewing the scenery, if you will. There's a very heavy door with a big lock with complicated ironwork wrought into it on the west end of this room. To the south, the vats are pretty clearly present. However, as you walk out, you can see that there is another room right in front of the vats.
Do we have any good way of dealing with those vats or possible metagaming oozes?
Die. Just die.
You could die? I'm confused.
I think we would just die.
Do we just go through this door here?
Let's just go to the north and go.
There's a door?
There's a door to the north, yeah.
Oh, thank God.
So not going down by those things.
No, not
I hate
yet.
those things.
We'll save them for last or come back. I don't know. I'm fairly certain if we go up against a bunch of oozes, we're just gonna die.
Or at least I'm going to feel like I want to die, so.
Perception check on this door. 17.
You don't find any traps. No triggers or anything like that, but there is a big lock on this door.
I try to unlock said lock.
Okay. Now, Arius and Sundrinker give me perception checks because you're closest to Gurdrug as he's inspecting the lock.
15.
20.
Sundrinker can hear, beyond this wooden door, screams. Like screams layered on top of screams. And just faintly behind the door.
I hear screams.
Like good screams or bad screams?
I do not yet understand the difference. I'll let you know later.
Yeah, there honestly isn't much of a difference. I mean, there's like sexual screams, which are the bad screams, and there's like torture screams that are the good screams.
No, don't listen to him, Sundrinker. That is absolutely incorrect.
No, I'm fairly certain that's correct.
I will meditate on this.
Gurdrug, do you move to pick the lock?
So he mentions that there's some screaming.
Yes.
I did.
Yeah, I'll still try to get the lock open.
You get your picks out, get them open, and your picks touch the lock. And Sundrinker hears the screams abruptly stop.
The screams have stopped. abruptly.
Even suddenly, maybe?
Suddenly. Anyway, let's go through the door.
So can I still pick the lock, or does something happen?
Yeah, no, that was it. I just wanted to make sure you're good to move. Everybody stops after the announcement happens.
Apparently I'm a little shaken. I get a 13 with a 2 on the die.
That is a failure.
I get a 21 on the second attempt.
Second attempt is also a failure. And actually, the 13 was a critical failure that broke your first pick.
Well, now you tell me.
Get wrecked.
After the second attempt of the thievery, Sundrinker, the screams resume.
I stop informing people. It seems irrelevant.
Then, Gurdrug, this is an average lock. 21 doesn't do it, 23 doesn't do it.
So you're probably going to need some 25s. Or 24s.
Oh no, not stealth, thievery. I mean, yeah. 29?
29's a success.
Jesus.
15 breaks a pick. You've broken 2 picks and you've got 1 tumbler in. There's at least 3 more tumblers that you need to lock into place before you can open this.
Maybe somebody just break this thing down.
What's the door made of?
Heavy wooden door.
I start hacking at it. Fuck
Chunk.
hardness. I got a striking
Chunk.
room, ditch.
Chunk. What's your average damage on a hit?
Let's see. It'd be what? A 6 and a 7 plus 4, so 17 would be average.
17 would be average.
Yeah.
It would take you about 6 good big swings to hack through this door to make it broken. And you can either continue to hack at it at that point or try to force it open while it's broken.
I break down the door with just hacking at it. Once it's broken, can I see through it at all? Is there even a pinhole that I can look through?
Absolutely, yes. Once it's broken, you can see through the door. And just for as Arius is just hacking through the door, 6 rounds is what you get before the first good chunk of the door goes through in this foot long gash that's been getting hacked into it. You can clearly see through it, and as it opens up, that scream is no longer just something Sundrinker can hear. The scream is something that everyone can now hear without a perception check, and it's loud as it's coming through this door, which seems to have been soundproofed to a degree. As you open the door, you can see that there are beaded curtains that line the room. You think you can't see the whole space of the room. On a closer look, doesn't take much. They're bits of bone, teeth, and other morbid bone shapes just strung in beads. There are also at least 1 body that you can see, maybe more off to the south, just dead bodies lining the floor along the edge of the room. But one of the most interesting features of the room is that there's this thick, billowy white fog that's 6 inches of it just roiling on the floor. And even as you get the door you get it broken, it begins to seep from the bottom of the door into the room that you're in here now as well.
Hey, anybody in there?
Just screams.
I scream, hey, anybody in there?
You gotta scream louder than the screams, right? You do for a moment. No response. Except for the screams, obviously.
Guys, I don't know if anybody's in there.
Alright, fuck it. Let's go in.
Gurdrug, Kicks, Boats, you guys just want to go in? Or we fuck off?
I'm less worried about screams than I am oozes.
Until we find out it's a haunt.
An ooze haunt?
The worst thing there could possibly be.
Honestly, yeah, that would be
an ooze haunt would be pretty fucking bad.
That would be the worst.
I don't know how you would implement it, but if you could figure it out, that's just nightmare stacked on nightmare.
So yes, I'm breaking down the door. Are we going in, guys?
Yeah, let's just do this.
Well, it's either that or we leave.
I break down the door.
Everybody make your way into the room after, the wooden splinters from the broken door are all inside the entry of this room. But in here, curtains of beaded finger bones and teeth adorn the walls of this chamber. Numerous corpses lie along the walls of the room, and another human figure slumps in an alcove to the south, imprisoned behind iron bars. An enormous iron cauldron, caked with burnt flesh, bubbles and hisses at the center of the chamber, spewing bone-white fog that roils along the floor. Shapes like human faces occasionally push from the burnt flesh on the sides of the cauldron, opening their gapped-toothed mouths with an unceasing litany of screams.
Cool.
Yeah, not weird at all.
Arya steps into the room. I start moving to the north. Do I see where the screaming's coming from?
It's coming from the cauldron. You know, the one with the burnt flesh on the sides, with the faces pushing out of
Detect
them.
magic on it,
screaming.
Or religion check. Will that do anything for me?
Super magic. Super magic.
Yeah, do you want like a religion check?
Magic. As everyone's kind of coming into the room here, and the screaming is just, it's ear-piercing, and it's not consistent. It's just a little maddening. As Arius and Sundrinker and Lucan walk in, the screams increase in intensity, and a torrent of phantasmal three-fingered hands with iron claws spews from the cauldron to assail creatures. And they lash out towards Arius, Sundrinker, and Lucan. And I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Dun,
I hate
dun,
it.
dun.
I need a will save from the three of you.
Yeah, in this case, I was totally with Kix. I'm hanging out outside until something happens.
Hero point mine. I rolled a 3. I don't feel like critically failing. Yeah, so I got a 15.
Did I get Lucan and Sundrinker as well?
Well, we're only affected by it once.
You both, I was gonna say you both roll though.
Because you take the lowest of...
Yeah, I took the lowest.
Thought that was just AoEs. Is this considered?
It's anything that's affecting both of us.
And this is technically an AoE. What are the results we got here? Lucan, you
All
got...
fails.
All fails. So failure from Lucan and Arius. Those are the ones that matter. You both are now frightened too. Or I should say Sundrinker and Lucan are frightened too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You are flat-footed so long as you remain frightened.
Man, the backstabbing I could do on you guys right now. All the sneak attacks.
We've got the Screaming Cauldron. Arius, Sundrinker, and Lucan have these phantasmal three-fingered hands just clutching their torsos or, you know, their stems or what have you. Gerdrug, you see all of that from out just outside the door. You start us off at the top of round 1.
I don't know that I want to go into that room. Is there anything to kill in there?
Yes, just us.
Yeah, the cauldron.
Yes, us.
You want me to kill you?
No, I just think we're the only ones in here who are going to die.
Well, would have been a lot easier just to kill you.
Probably more pleasant too. This is quite unpleasant.
Oh, hey, I couldn't even see the cauldron. Hey, apparently I get right next to the cauldron.
You didn't see the cauldron?
He was outside
No,
the
I
room.
was outside the room. I could not see the cauldron.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's the
So I
cauldron.
just kind of moved 30 feet, and it ended up being right next to the cauldron.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Some sort of knowledge check?
If you
Crafting,
would
maybe?
like, you can make an occultism or a religion check.
Did any of our religion checks before do anything for us?
You don't really have time to actually spend actions to make them.
Occultism it is. 23.
This is some sort of... There's a lot of...
I love hearing you just try to explain. You're like, there's
Yeah,
just...
find your
there's
words.
this-
Find your words.
Well, you see...
You see, it's so here's where I'm getting stuck. I've found so far with this AP that I'm using a lot of the same descriptive words because there's only
bones, guys,
so
bones.
many ways to describe, you know, bones and viscera and, you know, seepage and shit.
Have you thought about pulling up like a thesaurus website next to you and just like...
I have. It just takes too long to search through it. The burnt flesh that is on the outside of this cauldron and all the faces that are pushing out of it and the just occult energy emanating from this thing is certainly a lot of lives have been used in this cauldron, and it's apparent, and it's changed this thing. There's some sort of bubbling brew that's going on in there right now, but you could attempt to ward off against its effects by, like, disabling it. You have more occult checks there. You could maybe try to tip the cauldron.
That sounds like athletics. That ain't gonna happen.
And you also discover that viewing what's happening to your party members and getting close to it and taking a little time to study it, you absolutely notice that it's going to do a lot of mental effects. Like, this is going to be something that's going to damage the psyche more than anything.
Okay. Let's go that occultism route, because I can't physically push things over.
That's true. Go ahead and give me an occultist check.
19.
A 19 is a failure. And those are all three of your actions.
Those are all three of my actions.
Well, there's something to do with occult. Maybe one of you strong people can push it over. I don't know.
Strong people.
From outside the room, Kix is rolling up his sleeves.
Get ready to walk in, boys.
I'm gonna load my arms like Henry Cavill.
Step aside, boys.
Lucan.
Fuck it. Tip it over, you said.
Can't say for sure what it's gonna do, but yeah.
Fine. Lucan leaves the room. Sundrinker moves over and tries to tip it over.
Give me an athletics check.
Try and push it away from everybody. 23.
A 23 is not quite a success. However, you can tell as Sundrinker gets a tip on it, right? And some of the liquid that's in there starts sloshing out. Gurdrick, you could see that some of this occult energy is leaving it as some of that liquid is leaving it.
That's my turn.
Success, but not a success?
What, you mean there's degrees of a success in this thing? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that would be like the first degree of success.
As a free action, as Lucan goes back into the other room and sees Kix. Absolutely. Do not go in there.
Yeah, but he's the one that's got the occultism check.
I won't be responsible.
So I'm going to share something with you, and it's the cauldron art, but it's also somebody who appears in the room, a woman with the middle finger on her left hand severed at the base of the knuckle, wearing tall leather boots, big black hair, and just pasty white. She's got some black makeup around her eyes that's like smeared on to give it like that real goth look, right? And she's just top to bottom, like she's got that mall goth look.
It's definitely very Wednesday Addamsy.
Kepgeda, the hag nailed, is what her creature name is. Absolutely love it.
Those are some fingernails, damn.
Those are some fingernails. Appears in the eastern side of the room as she casts a spell against Sundrinker. Need to give me a will save.
Ugh. That's an 11. I think I'll use my hero point on that.
Okay.
Because that's pretty bad. I don't want to do that. I get a 14. Failure, but at least not a critical failure.
Okay. So Sundrinker is going to take 6 points of mental damage. And there's another effect, but you'll just have to find out what that is exactly. With her second and third actions, she fires a sickly green ray at Arius.
Not even doing anything.
Well, you looking sick, bro.
You were going to.
Give me a fortitude save. After I attack you, sorry, I actually have to attack you with this. Ray of Enfeeblement here. 19. You are flat-footed and frightened too.
Fuck. 26 for the fortitude save?
26. That is a success. So on Ray of Enfeeblement, on a success, you are enfeebled 1.
I have so many goddamn effects on me. Okay.
And that is her turn. That takes us over to the cauldron. The cauldron is going to need everyone in the room to give me a will save.
I hate this game.
Oof, that was almost really bad.
It was really bad.
For Centrica, it was really bad.
A critical failure.
Gerdrug with a 21 succeeds. Arius with a 24 succeeds.
21.
So little spectral three-fingered hands are crawling across the floor as the screams increase in intensity. You don't think that really could get much louder, but it does. It gets louder. And the spectral claws assail them. It is mental damage, though.
Yeah, I don't think we get immunity to that.
A creature that takes mental damage from this effect does not reduce their frightened value at the end of their next turn. Kicks.
Me?
It's your turn.
I killed them all. So I can just hear these screams, but that's about it. I haven't seen anything, right?
Yeah, you're going to have to get a little closer. And as you get closer, you can certainly see spectral hands skittering across the floor. Your friends are being gripped by these three-fingered claws at the end of spectral phantasmal arms attached to this cauldron as you peek in.
Why don't I see this woman?
She's around the corner.
Oh, she's around the corner.
She's around the corner to the north.
I see the cauldron and I want it to stop. I make an occultism check.
Fuck yeah.
Well, a 31 do anything.
Fuck yeah, that is a critical success.
It turns off just by my knowledge.
And it works so well for the psychic. Like, Kix just thinks about it, and then some occult energy starts leaving the cauldron. It decibel level on the screams lessens drastically. It's still screaming, and it looks like it's just teetering on the edge of being, purged, I suppose.
So did I do it?
There are degrees of success here. It's still active, but it's very close to not being active anymore. How many actions is disabling? Oh, it's 2 actions.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, I'm done.
So then that is your turn then, actually. Yeah. And actually, I shouldn't have allowed Gerdrug's attempt to disable the other one before, even though you failed, so that's okay.
Well, to be fair, you just asked me to do a skill check, not a disabled check.
Yeah, sorry, it is a disabled device, the action. And that takes us to the bottom of round 1, Arius. It's your turn.
Frightened, enfeebled, and flat-footed. Fuck it. I move up behind her and start attacking. You guys got that pot thing. I'm feeling kind of weak right now. Fuck, that was almost a 19. 16 to hit.
A 16 misses.
Take another swing. Today I learned enfeebled and frightened don't stack for the attack bonus.
That is correct.
They're both status bonuses.
Yep.
Or status negatives. I didn't know that.
Neither did I when I cast Ray of Enfeeblement on you.
Interesting.
Kind of nerfed myself on that one, to be honest.
I mean, it still affects my damage.
True.
4. I assume that's a critical miss. My third action.
Yeah, 4 is critical miss. So you move behind her and swing.
Move, swing, miss both times.
All right, then that takes us to the top of round 2. Gerdrug, it's your turn.
Yeah, I see something physical I can attack. I'm moving over there.
Oh, attack the thing that can be attacked.
Yep. Especially since Arius did all that work of getting into flanking for me.
You're welcome.
And I attack. 18, 28, flat-footed.
28 is a hit because of flanking. Critical hit,
you mean?
I should say. Critical hit.
Roll that beautiful beaten footage. 32 damage.
Damn.
Nice.
That's a solid hit. You cut right across her gut.
Oh, fuck yes.
How about a net 20?
No, are you kidding
Hell
me?
yeah.
Did you just double crit her?
Double crit.
Hell yeah.
Another 27 damage.
Oh my god.
That's 59 damage in one turn.
That's what happens when I should stop concerning myself with your guys' survivability going into things. Man,
all depends on those rolls.
So yeah, that's just straight luck. 2 huge slices
like
right across
Kepgeda.
Kepgeda.
saw something he could actually kill, so he moved over.
Man, All right, she screams, and it matches her keening cauldron. And she turns to look at you, Gerdrug, and she scowls heavily. She's got just, like, anger in her eyes.
Sundrinker, kill her before she can move.
Lucan.
I look at her. Sundrinker looks at her, looks at the cauldron. Free action, speak. Kix, should I kill her or tip over the cauldron?
I got the cauldron. I'll do some more blowy up my shit.
All right. And then Lucan from behind. God damn it, Kix, I told you not to go in there. Fuck. And I come in with action 1. Oh, well, I guess move close enough to her to cast a spell. Action 2 and 3 will use act together. Or should I? Oh, maybe I shouldn't even do that. Maybe I should just let Sundrinker go in and get the hit. That's probably the better idea. Sure, let's do that. 1 action, act together, and I will cast Boost Eidolon. And as a free action, I will use my focus point to cast one of my 2 focus points to cast Extend Boost. And I have to make a nature check of 18 or better. And I succeed in this.
24 does it.
That means the boost on Sundrinker is extended for extra rounds, 3 rounds. Sundrinker will take their action from Act Together to move up behind Gerdrug and kind of get in flanking. Wait, would I have like some kind of cover or something trying to attack through that?
Yeah,
So
you would.
-1.
-1. Well, +1 to their AC, but yes.
So it's still better because I get the flat.
It's better by 1.
Better by 1. Okay,
Mhm.
We'll do that. We'll do a chain. Action 3, we'll just attack.
Did you say a chain or a train?
I think I said chain, but I meant train, a flanking train.
Yeah, it's interesting. One with reach through a buddy to an enemy with a buddy on the other side. Yep.
Oh, God, and I'm so frightened. This is terrible.
Goddamn.
But I get a 25 to hit,
That hits.
and we will deal, slashing, by the way, 17.
Tyler's trying to decide how much to fib the health.
She had 16 HP. Yes. And we killed her in the second round.
And we ruined Tyler's night.
And we broke Tyler.
Did he have fun with the witch? And then she didn't make it?
I think it's more like he spent a bunch of time figuring out how she worked, and then she died.
She didn't even
immediately.
get
She got off enfeeblement on me and some type of a hex on Sundrinker.
You all get hero points. It was fucking solid tactic. And lucky rolls, obviously.
And flanking.
And flanking.
Way to go, guys. You didn't let him kill us, and
Good
now
job.
he's upset.
I love it when he gets so upset. He just completely derail his plans.
There was a really good chance that could have this fight could have TPK'd you guys, except for Gerdrug fucking double crit on sneak attack, and that changed that real fucking fast. Whoops.
Whatever was I thinking? How dare I let the dice tell the story?
I know, right? So here's what I'm gonna do, because there's other things that I was more concerned about, and it was mostly like, all right, I kind of like layered out how much like discussion, villain monologuing she was gonna do.
What monologue?
It's none. None.
It's none is the answer. It just doesn't exist anymore. So whatever information she had to tell you, it's just gone forever.
I do enjoy that she just like pops out, casts a couple spells, thinking that we're preoccupied with the cauldron, and we all just fucking turned on her.
Nope.
We're like, fuck you,
Zip.
get out of here.
Got over there real fast.
I mean, yeah. I mean, this is something
It was
we
also
can
like
kill. I can
was
kill
gonna say,
this.
yeah, it was also like we're all just like sitting here at this cauldron trying to fuck with it. We're like, wait, something we can kill in here?
Oh my god, it's fleshy and living. Go kill it. All right. I'm going to run us back in because technically we're still in initiative and it is the Keening Cauldron's turn. It's going to continue with its routine, and this time it has so many victims. I need everyone in the room to give me a will save.
I really dislike this.
26.
Success even, frightened too.
19.
Gerdrug gets a 14 and a failure.
Sundrinker failing specifically because of Frightened too.
Hey.
Yes. Which also means Lucan fails.
Yeah.
No, Lucan got a 23.
Shouldn't their frightened condition have been decreasing?
Not
No.
mine.
If they take any damage from this routine, their frightened condition does not reduce on the end of their next turn.
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
Because a lot of those will be like, won't reduce below 1 or something.
Below frightened
like that.
1.
But this is, it won't reduce at all.
Yeah, so the ones that are flat-footed, they can't reduce below 1. If they get hit by this, then their frightened condition just stays wherever it's at. So for those of you who failed, take this mental damage, 8. If you succeeded, you take half. If you took any damage, your frightened condition doesn't reduce at the end of your next turn.
Good thing I don't have a frightened condition.
Kix, it's your turn.
Mind powers. 22 mind powers.
So, Kix just been having this staring match, this, psychic battle of wills with this fucking cauldron that's screaming at him, and you're focusing all of your attention on it. It stops screaming.
Nice.
And you have successfully disabled Kepgeda's Keening Cauldron.
I'm a better rogue than the rogue. Disabled things.
As the cauldron stops screaming, what was boiling looked like boiling human flesh is the best way to describe what was inside of the cauldron. It stops. A couple of fingers.
Wait. I'm sorry. It's Soylent Scream.
Soylent Scream.
Stop. I'm going to take away hero point for it.
No!
I'm going to give you one because you take notes, and that was good. But I didn't like it. That was the point. So what looks like the human sludge, it stops moving and it goes still almost immediately. And then these fingers start peeking up through the surface of the sludge. There's 4 hands. And then the tops of skulls start rising out. No, they're not skulls, they're heads. They're severed heads. And these 4 hands crawl slowly out of the cauldron. And they slowly move with just that sludge dripping off of them as they crawl down the side of the cauldron. The 2 heads, as they get up out of the goop, they both in unison, Kepgeda! Kepgeda! Kepgeda!
Nope. Electric arc.
I stab my sword into her head and spin it 90 degrees.
They start floating towards Kepgeda's corpse.
Oof. Brutal.
So aside from the very brutal skull shattering that you just did, they continue towards Kepgeda's corpse.
Start hacking it up.
Okay, so we're going to have actions here.
Chopping it like a head of lettuce. Cabbage. I don't know.
Fucking diced.
Just dicing her up. Fuck.
Attack me with those bits. Goddamn ghosts.
Guys, I think we entered the second phase of the boss battle.
So right after Kix is one of the crawling hands, and it crawls over to Kepgeda's space, and it begins hoisting one of her legs. It's awkward because it's a severed hand, but it crawls underneath one of her legs and then lifts up so that her shin is on the bottom under it, and that's its turn. Then one of the severed heads goes. Severed head hovers over to Kepgeda's body, floats down to it, and begins gnawing on its neck. And just... Arius, it's your turn.
Start hacking the fucker up.
The hand or Kepgeda's body?
The hand.
Hands, severed head. There's both right now.
We'll start with the head.
Okay.
16 to hit.
A 16 hits.
18 damage.
And you chop the top of the skull, the severed head, just clear off, exposing its brain, and it stops chewing on Kepgeda's neck. It falls to the ground next to her.
I swing at the hand. Get a 14 to hit.
14 is a hit.
16 damage.
You chop all the way through her leg to chop the crawling hand in two.
I take a swing at her body because there's no other enemies for me to fucking swing at. And just hack into it with my third action.
All right. takes us over to one of the other crawling hands, crawls up to Kepgeda's body, and like starts trying to push her. Spends all of its actions pushing on Kepgeda's body. I guess it could roll a 20 on an athletics check. 19's pretty good. It's 24. He actually gets a 24 to just push Kepgeda's body, and does. Pushes it towards the cauldron. That takes us to the top of round 3. Gurdrug.
Yeah, I'm gonna hack at this hand. I don't want it getting this thing into the cauldron. That seems bad. Get a 12.
12 hits.
8 damage.
You slice it in half.
Alright. 5-foot step, and I attack another one of the hands.
Okay.
Tyler's over there like, do religion checks, guys. No.
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 Nope. Another 12 to hit.
12 is still a hit.
For 9 damage.
Also slices it in half.
That's my turn.
That takes us to a crawling hand. The last crawling hand, I believe. Moves over to Kepgeda's body. Tries pushing it. Fails with the first attempt on a 14. Fails on the second with a 2. Lucan, it's your turn.
All right, sure, I'll play. Act together, electric arc, and let's
Just
target.
one floating head left.
Well, there's the hands too, right?
No, they're both dead.
No, there's one hand left.
Oh, that's
You
right.
just
Yeah,
had the
sorry.
hand move.
Sorry, that one hand and then the head. My bad.
Okay. A hand and a head.
Hand and a head.
Reflex saves.
Looks like we got a 22 and a 19.
Well, those are both successes. So they'll take half this damage. So half of 6, 3.
All right. That did not take them down, but took them both below half.
Well, then I guess with Sundrinker's action, I guess the head? We'll kill the head.
All right.
Sundrinker will attack the head. Or at least attempt to. Slashing, I guess. Nat 20.
Yeah, critical.
I think that's going to be a dead head.
This is a very dead head.
27 damage.
Smashing it to little tiny bits of brain and
Is it grateful?
skull. No. Why would it be?
Grateful Dead.
It's a joke. It's a band joke. Grateful Dead fans are called Deadheads.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I got the joke.
It just wasn't good.
Oh, okay. It just wasn't a good one. Fucking -1 hero point. You don't get one next session.
Just, damn, man. That's harsh.
It's rough.
No, I got it. I got it.
I understood.
I'm done. You know what? I guess I do still have a third action because that was just 2 actions with act together.
Yeah.
I guess I'll attack the hand too. Fuck it.
Didn't you electric arc?
I did. That's 2 actions. And then Sundrinker gets a single action from that act together. And then I still have a third action, which Sundrinker will use to attack with a multiple attack penalty.
Yeah. I feel like a 10 AC.
Oh, God, another
Helps
crit.
if I roll a 19.
Yeah. 22 is
Looks
crit.
Critical.
Oh, God, so dead.
38.
Very, very dead. Squishy, done. Bleh. Done for.
Whoopsh, whoopsh.
That was very interesting. That was very interesting. I wasn't sure how you guys were going to take the coven.
That was her coven.
When you disable the cauldron and she is incapacitated or dead, they emerge from the cauldron and kill her if she's still alive. If she's already dead, then they drag her corpse into the cauldron and burn it until it's just charred bone.
Weird.
Why?
Why?
To enact their vengeance. Kepgeda betrayed her coven and boiled them in this coven, or in this cauldron.
The coven in the cauldron. The old trick.
Yep, betrayed her coven and boiled them in the cauldron.
They shouldn't have been so goddamn creepy.
I thought like pulling her into the cauldron would like heal her or something.
Yeah, I was thinking something like that too.
knowing what happened made me think that, oh, yeah, they're trying to, finish the job. But from a player perspective, yeah, absolutely stop phase 2 from happening entirely if you can. Congratulations. You beat the book 1 boss.
Wait, we're only level 3.
You are now level 4.
Let's say we're level 4 now.
But I thought we'd be level 5 before the book was over.
No.
Really? Shit.
So that's book 1 final boss?
Book 1 final boss. We are finished with book 1.
Book 1 done. But we're not yet Bloodlords, which is a little disappointing. Almost as disappointing as that final combat was for poor Tyler. Will he get his revenge on us in Book 2? Find out next time as we continue Bloodlords. And until then, may you have many great adventures of your own.
It's your turn.